Hello, thank you very much for joining us. This is the Conrado Show live on Truth TV, where the truth liberates. On this show, we get interactive with young individuals who are doing certain things that are exciting in their spheres of influence. We get to find out from them about how they're living their lives, especially using our 3 Ps, which are purpose, passion, and power. We believe that every person was created with a purpose of to come and fulfill, and then once you discover that purpose, you must live it out passionately with the power that God gives everybody. And that is why we have the Conrado Show, where we are getting interactive with young individuals, doing their own thing in their own small ways to be able to impact their communities. And so today we'll be having an interview with another young gentleman, but before then, we'll take a break. And this show is sponsored by the Conrado Group. The Conrado Group is an association of companies that are interested in the holistic development of the individual. So we do career services, helping you to be able to find internship placements, and then also, we share job opportunities and also groom you, position you so that you can ace your interview when you are called to appear before a panel. And then also we help you with tips that you can prepare yourself well while you are a student in order for you to be very functional when you graduate. And today's topic will actually be on that. And then also our program also focuses on study abroad services, which is about if you want to travel abroad to go and study, what are some of the things you need to do? And then also the exams, international exams such as SAT, TOEFL, IELTS, GRE, GMAT that you need to take in order for you to travel. What must you do about them? We are the right people to consult so that we can help you be able to put together all your documents to be able to travel abroad. We are also offering multimedia services. If you want to cover your event, we are there for you. This show is also brought to you in association with Heritage Christian University College. Heritage is a university in Amasaman, right here in Accra, and the university is very entrepreneurial in focus, because we believe that we do not have to just create graduates or educate graduates for them to go and continue with graduate unemployment, but they should go and create jobs that would also employ other people. And so we offer degree programs and also professional programs. We also offer postgraduate programs and then short courses. Some of the undergraduate programs that we offer are on entrepreneurship and technology innovation. We also do business information technology. We do logistics and supply chain management. We do nursing, information security, accounting with computing, and many others. Then also we do a 12-month MSc program in accounting and finance, accounting and taxation, and human resource management. We do media short courses if you want to learn how to do graphic design, video editing, camera, and all of that. We also do short courses in that regard. Then also IT short courses and professional programs like ICA. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to introduce our guest.
Are you interested in building yourself in the media sector? Do you want to be a journalist, a videographer, a photographer, or any media personnel? Then Heritage Media Center is the right place to be. Ashon Michaelina is my name, a student of the Heritage Media Center. Heritage Media Center is just not centered on theory, but mostly about practicals. I am a student studying both journalism and multimedia. Someone would ask, can I study both journalism and multimedia? Yes, you can, and it also comes with a discount. Studying at Heritage Media Center gives you the opportunity to have access to all learning materials. Here at Heritage Media Center, we have the best lectures. Their main aim is to make sure we get the best of understanding. Come to Heritage Media Center and have that quality education.
My name is Dr. Elizabeth Baku. I'm the head of nursing department at Heritage Christian University College at Amasama. The nursing in Heritage Christian University is unique because we add entrepreneurship to the nursing. So everybody who is doing nursing has to do entrepreneurship. And we are hoping that by the time the students pass out, they will add other programs like IT, marketing, human resource to the nursing that they are doing. So they don't just come in and do nursing and go out. They can go out to other areas like marketing, like human resource, like IT, and work in those areas. And we are hoping that by the time the students pass out, they will be able to set up their own clinics and not to wait for government work. So I hope many students will come to this school in January 2024. You are all welcome.
The nursing program is a wonderful experience. Please join us now.
I am Dr. Victor Buedu of the Department of Accounting and Finance, Heritage Christian University College. The department is in the School of Business and Leadership. We run programs leading to the award of Bachelor of Business Administration in Accounting and Finance, and in Accounting with Computing. We also offer Masters in Accounting and Finance and Accounting and Taxation. Students in our undergraduate programs are given free tuition in our professional programs. By the time they obtain their degrees, interested students can also go home as chartered accountants.
My name is Benjamin Akono Dansubeidin Ewa, a graduate from the Accounting and Finance Department of Heritage. My first degree in accounting positioned me to be relevant and unique in the job market. Currently, I'm working with Agent Business Consult, a top auditing and accounting firm, and I owe this success to the solid foundation laid at Heritage. I'm pursuing my master's in accounting and taxation at Heritage.
Parents, why not let your ward register at Heritage today? And to you students out there looking for an exciting university experience, look nowhere. Heritage is your option.
I highly recommend Heritage to you.
All right, thank you very much for staying with us. This is the Conrado Show, and as I mentioned, I'll have a conversation with a young guy who is trying to do something a bit exceptional, and we want to talk to him about it. So he's called Charles Atumowe. Atumowe, he will mention it himself. He is a professional teacher, and he currently is a final year student reading mathematics and economics education at the University of Cape Coast in Ghana, and he has over 6 years of tertiary education experience, and he is passionate and enthusiastic student, enthusiastic student of liberating knowledge. Okay, and I'll get what he wants to say. And he's a speaker and a writer with a focus on educating, inspiring, and motivating people according to biblical principles and ways. And he is also an author of this book that we'll be talking about today as well. What I Wish I Knew as a Tertiary Student. What I Wish I Knew as a Tertiary Student. 7 master secrets every current and potential tertiary education student must know to excel after graduation. So this is a book that he has authored, and we'll be delving into it to review it as well. but let's get up close with him. Charles, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Me.
Yes. So this is our second time of meeting, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. So the very first time, where did we meet? Remind me.
The very first time, that was about 10 to 11 years ago.
Hey.
Somewhere in Presbyterian College of Education.
Okay.
I happened to be the SRC president of my college way back in 2013. Mount Mary College of Education.
Oh.
And so that was where we...
There was a program at the Presby College.
Yes, please.
What program was that?
It was a leadership program. It was being put together by the leadership of TAG, Teacher Training Association of Ghana.
Oh, I now remember.
Specifically, EGA, Eastern and Greater Accra.
Yeah.
So that was where we met. I remember you inspired us so much.
Oh, really? I spoke?
Absolutely.
I see. Was Kwekubaku there? Not Kwekubaku.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
The other one, Kwesi Pratt.
Kwesi Pratt.
Exactly.
Kwesi Pratt.
Oh, then I remember.
Kwesi
so that's where we met. You were the president of the Mount Mary College of Education,
yes,
the SRC.
Yes,
okay, I now remember. I see. That's fine. And today we get to meet again. Wow. To talk about how life has been since then. Right. So how has life been, since you left, how to call it, teacher training, now you call it College of Education at Mount Mary. How has life been?
Wow. Like I always say, life has been incredibly amazing. After completing my College of Education, I was posted to a village somewhere in the Upper East region.
Oh.
Timpani district.
Okay.
Far away around the border, getting closer to Togo.
Oh.
There's a place there called Sankasi, where Ghanaians go there to do trade. And so that was where I was posted.
Really?
And I spent 4 years there.
Oh.
It was a period of preparation. 10 years preparation.
That was your wilderness days.
My wilderness days.
Interesting. But where do you come from?
I come from Navrongo in the Upper East region. So I'm a Kassina by tribe.
Kassina by tribe.
Yes.
So the one where you were posted, you said, is it Upper East or Upper West?
Upper East.
And you are from Upper East as well?
Upper East as well.
Okay. So it shouldn't have been wilderness for you.
Well, it happened to be a place of wilderness because in the Upper East region, it's a very heterogeneous group of people.
And where what was the meaning?
Movements from one small town to the other town, you get to find that the way of life, the language, and the culture of the people are absolutely different.
Seriously.
So where I come from, that is Navrongo. When you move from Navrongo to Bolgatanga, they have a different set of culture, they have different language. When you move from Bolgatanga to Boko, they speak Kosao. They have a different set of culture and different language. When you move to where I was posted, where we have the Buzanges, they have a different culture and a different language.
I see.
And so it's a very heterogeneous group of people.
I see. So heterogeneous means different.
Yes, please.
I see. Oh, thank you for teaching us English, teacher Charles. Right now, so but you didn't grow up there.
No, please.
Tell me about your growth.
I grew up in Koforidua.
Okay.
Koforidua is known as a place of beautiful girls. Popularly say Koforidua flowers. And so I grew up in Koforidua.
And you've not got one yet?
My Bluetooth is on. I'm still waiting for connection.
Charles. Interesting. Now, so at what age did you come to Koforidua to continue life or school?
Well, from Koforidua, that was where my parents are.
Oh, that's
I was
exciting.
born and bred there.
I see.
So I grew up there. But it was during my senior high school education that I left my hometown, which is Notre Dame Minor Seminary Senior High School.
Oh, you went to a minor seminary?
I went to a minor seminary.
I also went to a minor seminary, St. Mary's Seminary Secondary School, OT region. And you said you went to Mount Mary's.
Mount Mary, that's the
College of Education.
But the
SHS is Notre Dame. Yeah, that's a very popular school. You guys have been doing well in the NSMQ.
Amazing.
I am so excited. So that's where you finished senior high school.
Yes, please.
What did you study?
I read general arts,
focusing on electives?
Economics, geography, elective maths, and then government.
Oh,
and
nice.
God being so good, I excelled. And I progressed to the College of Education.
I see.
Yes, please.
Excel means what? Don't mind me. Yeah. Anyway, why did you decide to be a teacher?
Well, the reality on the ground is that I decided to become a teacher because of ease of employability. Gone are the days where my mom or my dad will be, Yao, don't go to the university.
You are Yao.
Or when you graduate.
Okay, I'm also Yao.
Okay. Yeah. When you graduate, finding a job will be difficult.
What jobs do they do themselves?
For my father works with, he's a security official at the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation.
My former workplace.
Yes,
I see.
My mom is more or less a housewife.
Okay,
she's not gainfully employed.
Okay,
because she didn't get the benefits of education.
I see.
That I have been privileged to.
How many children?
We are 3. I'm the firstborn.
Whoa.
The one right after me is also an amazing singer, upcoming singer.
A guy or a lady?
A guy.
I see. What's his name?
His name is Philip Marco. And he goes with the name Sir Phil. That is his brand or his stage name, Sir Phil.
He's on social media?
Yes, please.
Interesting. We would love to talk to him too one day. On our either Music World show or the Truth Showbiz.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, and then the last born.
And then the last born is currently in senior high school.
Okay, where?
Form 2.
Which school?
He attends. The name sometimes escapes me because of the town.
Don't worry.
Don't go as a senior high school.
I see. Interesting. So that's a guy or a lady? A girl. A girl. Nice. So, so continue your story of. You said you were actually born in Koforidua, but later you went to your.
Navrongo.
That's Notre Dame is in Navrongo.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's exciting. So you can speak your language well.
I can speak my language well.
I see. Yes. That's exciting.
That was one of the reasons why. That lady, that Chagana, say this is one of the power.
Hey, did you just insult us?
Not at all.
What did you say?
I said my people should keep listening to us.
Oh,
because we have a lot in store for them.
Hallelujah! I'm so excited. Nice. Yeah. So the people of Navrongo, today you've got your own on the Conrado show, and so I'm so excited that he's here. And so let's delve into. You said life after school. You went to teach. And then after that, you decided to do what?
Yes. So in 2020, I decided to further my education.
Right.
Gone are the days we had diploma in basic education. And the world is moving at a fast pace that we need to upgrade ourselves.
Right.
And so I applied at the University of Cape Coast to read mathematics, and I had a admission. And I've been there since.
Why on earth did you decide to read mathematics? Like somebody also asked me, why on earth did you go to university to go and read English? Like why did you go to read mathematics at the university?
Well, for 2 main reasons. Number 1, God is a mathematician.
Oh dear.
Number 2,
coming to tell us stories. Let's get ready.
Number 1, God is a mathematician. Number 2, mathematics is the easiest, the simplest subject we can get in the educational system. I mean, for English language,
somebody is standing right here that's looking at my face and he say, "This guy is lying because the way I've written math several times, I'm not getting a thing, and he's coming here to lie to us."
That is true. That's true. The concept at the basic level, even at the senior high school level, many a times is not well explained. And so mathematics has become an abstract concept in the minds of many people. And that is what makes it very difficult. So I took it upon myself to read mathematics
and then
find
do mathematics education as well. So that you can teach.
Absolutely.
Oh, so that people like me will not be scared of math any longer.
Exactly.
Hey! It's not easy because the way math has tormented us. But when I changed my perception towards the subject, I got an A in it,
Wow.
Yes. Wow. I have capital E, SSE.
I see.
Capital E, gentleman pass. And I was lucky that at that time it was admissible at the university.
Okay.
So Legon and your university, Cape Pass, both gave me admission.
Okay.
Yeah, and I decided to go to Legon, Okay. Maths was a tormenting subject. But when I went to university and I had to go and meet mathematics again, I changed my perception towards it. and then I had an A in it.
Glory,
yeah,
glory,
because
glory,
it's as you said, it's about how you're seeing the subject.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the way that they've made us see the subject is too horrible. Like,
yes.
So I think that it's about attitude, how the person who is teaching it and how he's making the kids love the subject would make them really excel. And I'm excited that you're on this journey. Maybe later on we'll need to have a conversation about that, just that, one of these days. And so,
amazing.
Continue the story.
So yes, I got to
UCC.
I went to UCC level 100 in 2021 because of the COVID. We were to start in 2020. However, because of the COVID, we had to start in 2021.
So hold on. If you finish College of Education, during your time, you said it was diploma.
It was diploma.
Now there is degree awarded. So you don't. If you finish the College of Education degree right now, you don't need to go to university again. It's
Absolutely.
like
when you are
tertiary degree.
Exactly.
But during your time, it wasn't like that. You have to now come and do top up, or you come and do full university again.
It depends on one's aspirations and where you want to see yourself in the future. So some can decide to enter the university at level 200 or even level 300.
I see.
But I decided to start from level 100.
Okay, and then now you are in the final year.
Yes, please.
Okay, that's exciting. And so, do you do anything on the side apart from being a student, being a teacher? Yeah, what other things do you do?
Absolutely. To answer that question, Mark Twain said something very, very eloquent and very powerful.
Tell us about it.
There are two important days in every man's life. The first day is the day you are born, and then the second day is the day you discover why.
Okay.
And so going forward, by choice of career, I may have chosen to teach. However, going forward, by dint of one or two things, which I know we'll be talking about, I got to discover my why, and the reason for which I'm here on earth, which captures your purpose. And so the issue of speaking and writing came into play.
I see.
And so in my journey in the university, I've been speaking and then I've been writing.
What is speaking? Everybody speaks. So what is this special thing about speaking? What is it? Like
absolutely. Speaking is a spiritual reality. Where
don't come and make the thing look what is this? Speaking is a spiritual reality.
Speaking is a spiritual reality because before an individual speaks, we speak by the utterance of certain words, and those words come about from the foundation of thoughts. And thoughts are spiritual realities. And so speaking is a spiritual reality. And so I desire to use that spiritual reality of thoughts to be able to inspire, to educate, and then to motivate people.
We share the same kind of, focus on that aspect because that's exactly what I also love to do, to be able to use the power of speech, to be able to inspire, to educate, and to motivate. And that's exciting. Great. And so it means that you are, how do you call it? Like, you are a conference speaker. I mean, young students. I mean, if young people are doing programs, they invite you to speak and all of that.
My most recent program was just this Saturday, the 25th of this month. I was invited I'm affiliated to Valco Hall in the University of Cape Coast.
Nice.
And so I was invited by their library committee to organize a seminar, a skills development seminar, where I was given the topic public speaking. To teach students and to help students know the laws and the nitty-gritties of public speaking.
I see.
And so these are some of the conference speaking that
you do.
I do.
That's very awesome. Now, and then apart from that, you said you also write. Is this your first book?
Yes, please. This is my first book.
But you've been writing articles and stuff, and then Facebook as well?
Yes, please. So prior to this, I've written tens of articles and mind-boggling ideas.
I see.
Where I've shared them on my Facebook page.
I see. And what's your Facebook page?
The name is Charles Atumowe.
Okay, just your name.
Just my name.
Okay, and Atumowe is Atumowe. Okay, so you can go there, and then you also post some videos there.
Yes, please.
Okay, awesome. And so let's talk about this book. What I wish I knew as a tertiary student. You're still in the tertiary education, I mean, like institution, and so what is it? What are you regretting already?
Wow. According to the Ghana Tertiary Education Council, which is GTEC
Commission,
Ghana Tertiary Education Commission,
exactly.
GTEC. The statistics show that in Ghana here, every year we have about 100,000 graduates from various tertiary education.
That's a fact.
And sadly, the employment rate or the rate of tertiary students who complete the tertiary educations who find themselves gainfully employed is hovering around 10%.
Okay.
That is a sad reality.
Right.
And so the diagnosis for that conundrum happens to be a lack of a certain body of truth or knowledge.
Right.
Where the majority of tertiary students are lacking that particular knowledge.
Right.
And so I took it upon myself to do research, to contact various mentors. You know, the Bible says in the book of Hebrews that we shouldn't be lazy, but we should be followers of them who have obtained the promise.
I see.
There are certain people who have obtained the promise that we want to obtain.
Right.
And so it is our duty to follow those people diligently.
Wow.
And so by researching and following these people, doctors, professors, entrepreneurs, CEOs, I got to discover a certain body of truth that majority of tertiary students are ignorant of.
Interesting.
And so that was the spark
that made you to start writing a book like this. Now, I just went through the introduction and I saw two contrasting stories. The first one is of Kennedy Owusu. He's a university graduate and he graduated first class, you know, and all of that. And however, for reasons discussed in the books, in this particular book, it has been 5 years since Kennedy Owusu graduated from the university, and sadly he's barely getting by financially. He scrimps and scraps, you know, just to eke out a bare existence, and he's stagnated in his low income job, which he does not enjoy, and every Monday morning alarm clock reminds him of a frustrating and stressful week ahead. And then you also have a different person, that's Mary Anaman, right? Anaman. Okay, and she was an average student in Kennedy's class. Her GPA is nothing to write home about, but during Mary's national service period, through sheer display of productivity and results-oriented excellence, which are products of some superior information and knowledge acquired during her 4-year period as a university student, Mary got connected to an NGO, and she worked with the NGO for a few years and traveled to the UK to be trained as one of the NGO's senior executives. A twist of two tales. Okay, so now, so what's the point?
Good. The reality at the end of the day is there are a lot of Kennedy Owusus in our society. And sadly, there are few Mary Anamans in our society. And so the point is to reveal the secrets.
Are they real people or you just...
These are real people. However, I've changed the name.
I see. That's fine. Right.
Yes. So the point here is to find out what Mary Anaman knew, and most importantly, what did she do? That she was able to exempt herself from the rat race. Right. And so going deeper into the book,
we'll find out those aspects.
Absolutely.
Interesting. And I see that you've got some, is it 7 secrets or something?
Yes, please.
Revealing the 7 secrets. Can you just briefly touch on them? You know, this is a book review. Just touch on them. You can just mention them in maybe one line. And then, you know, that would encourage people to pick up the copy of the book and be able to read into detail. So what are those 7 secrets? Maybe just share with us, briefly.
So one of the most important secrets in the book that I personally admire has to do with a simile of a tree or a plant. Now we all know that a plant from our senior high school days, inter science, is made up of 2 main parts. We have the seen part of the tree, and then we have the unseen. But you would agree with me that it is the unseen parts made up of the roots that give stability and strength to the seen parts of the tree, which comprise the leaves and the branches. This tells us that as human beings, we equally have our unseen parts, and it is our unseen parts which will give us stability and strength in our seen parts going about our daily lives. And our unseen parts are our spiritual lives and then our mental lives.
Wow.
This is a big secret that many tertiary students do not pay attention to.
I see.
We forget to water our roots. We forget to give nourishment to our roots.
Okay.
And our roots here are our minds and then our spirits.
Yeah.
And so in nourishing our minds, we have to read.
Yeah.
And so they say that exercise is to the body as reading is to the mind.
Wow.
And so as we read, as we seek knowledge, something happens to our mind where we begin to rise in life. One popular man of God said, knowledge is like a lift.
Okay.
Whenever you enter a tall building, instead of using the stairs, we can use the lift. And once we enter the lift, our effort is zero. All we have to do is to stand in the lift, press the right buttons, and then the lift will take us to the point of the story building that we want to go.
Right.
And so that is what knowledge does to us. So our minds and then our spirits. On many tertiary campuses are a lot of spiritual activities, spiritual programs happening on those same campuses.
Yeah.
Yet students are paying blind eyes to these activities. And then when we graduate and we leave the shores of our tertiary campuses, we wonder why things are not happening. It is because we haven't watered and given nourishment to our roots.
I see.
And so that is the first secret of the book, that life is ruled by the spiritual through the mental.
Right. And then the second one, the second secret is about strategic human networking and relationships.
Absolutely.
Third one is about strategic preparation.
Yes.
Fourth one is discover and start small. Fifth one is about academic excellence. Sixth one is the foundation of wealth. And then the seventh one is getting the books and digging early. Which of these would you briefly share light on? As we said, we don't want to say everything that is in the book, otherwise why should we go and buy it again? So just briefly share which of, take one of those and then just shed light on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to share something small on the foundation of wealth.
Okay.
We live in a world where a lot of people are chasing money. However,
we all need money now.
We all need money.
Especially in this hard situation that we find ourselves. We need money to survive.
That is true.
So what's bad about it?
There was a particular story I shared in that particular secret where a young woman was sitting in her living room, and then all of a sudden she needed money like we all do. And then all of a sudden an inspiration just dropped into her mind, into her spirit. And there was a whisper in her ears to start seasoning products, to start a particular company, to start a particular product. What am I driving at? I am driving at the fact that ideas are the foundations of wealth.
I see.
And so whilst the poor are chasing money, the wealthy and the rich are chasing ideas. And so these ideas must be ideas that are geared towards solving problems. I shared something in the book. A certain professor in one of the conferences I attended said, as Africans, instead of praying to God, God, give me money, I am broke, the witches in my family are doing ABC, we should change that narrative and rather pray to God to give us ideas to solve the problems we have in our country, in our society, or in our community. And once we find a tangible solution to that particular problem that everybody is complaining about, money automatically begins to follow us.
Wow.
And so that has to do with the foundation of wealth.
That's exciting to know. How easy or difficult was it to publish the book? It's self-published, right?
Yes,
okay.
Please.
And I can see you've done a very good job, and this was published just last year.
Yes, please.
2023, and also cover designed by Asari Richard Kwachi.
Yes, please.
Yeah, who is he?
He's a classmate of mine.
Okay. Wow, that's nice.
So in publishing the book, I must say that again, the second secret in the book has to do with strategic relationships and connections.
Okay.
And so in publishing the book, as it were, in anything that we want to do, we leverage on our connections and our relationships.
Right.
And so I was able to leverage on the productive friends that I knew,
I
and
see.
they were able to help me to publish this book.
Ooh, I'll come back to that question, but I just noticed this. That is like a graduation cap.
Yes, please.
I see. And then
Yes,
what
please.
colors? What's the concept? Ideas are flowing out of it, or what?
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
I just
You are
noticed
there.
it, and that's lovely. And Charles did a great job at that. And no, you are Charles, and your graphic designer is Asari Richard.
Sorry, Richard.
Kwachi. Yeah, that was a great job you
Yes.
did there. Now, so yes, you said.
Let me add quickly that Ghana Library Authority, recently I decided to play around the internet. Then I googled my name, only to realize that Ghana Library Authority has actually cataloged our book.
I see,
Yeah.
because I've just seen that. I wanted to ask you, but I thought, oh, it's just one of those things.
Yes. So it has been cataloged into the Ghana
Why?
Library Authority.
And what does that mean?
That shows the credibility of
recognized the book.
and that's how
I see.
I'm recognized.
So you followed up.
I didn't necessarily follow up. They asked for their manuscripts,
Okay.
and then they go through, and then if
Really?
it meets their standard.
And that, then they now do the catalog. Right. I love it. It's nice. Now, and I asked about publication. How difficult or easy was it? Yes, you said networks helped, but is it very expensive to publish?
Again,
My last book was about 12 years ago, so I don't remember what's happening right now.
again, and so a testament of the fact that I have the credibility to write this book. I fall back on the second secret. I shared this idea with a friend of mine that I want to publish a book.
Okay.
And surprisingly, this friend decided to sponsor me. He was a friend from senior high school. We were in the same room. I was the senior prefect.
I see.
He was the chapel prefect.
And Notre Dame, you were the senior prefect.
Yes,
You
please.
love posts, huh?
Wherever I find myself, my friends have always given me the privilege
To lead
and
to serve.
to serve.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, I see. Yeah, and so so the friend sponsored.
Yes,
the
and so when I
publication.
shared the idea with
Wow, I
him,
see.
he willingly decided to sponsor the first print out of the book.
see.
And so we printed 50 copies.
Okay.
We wanted to see how
Yeah, it
the
will go.
reception would
Yeah.
be. And then amazingly, within 2 weeks, 50 copies finished.
Oh, you don't mean it?
It finished.
Wow.
Initially, we released the ebook version
Yeah.
online. In the space of about a month, we had crossed more than 40 sales
Okay.
online.
Wow.
And so many more people wanted a hard copy.
Right.
Because when you are reading on your phone, on your phone,
Yeah, it's not too
there may be
exciting.
distractions. And
I
so
see.
the sales went, and then as a result of the sales, and then we'll be reinvesting the money that we get
Right.
into the publications.
Awesome.
So again,
awesome.
connections and relationships.
Right. I see. It's 97 pages. Okay, kind of 98-page book. Very simple and easy to read. The typography is very nice and easy on the eye. It's not too, condensed, and the paragraph and everything is on point. And it's very flexible, very handy. You can easily, send it anywhere that you want to go to. And I love the fact that he cites a lot of biblical, how do you call it, anecdotes and references to be able to back what he's saying. And this is very relatable as well, because it's to we, the young people who are also going through tertiary education and also trying to find our feet and become very relevant after graduation. And so this is really a book of nuggets and germs that would help us to be able to succeed. And so since, as he quotes here, readers of today are the leaders of tomorrow, and for lack of knowledge, many perish. And so you need to get your copy of this book to be able to also know what I wish I knew as a tertiary student. Where do people get copies of this book, or how do they contact you?
Absolutely. For Central Region, I'm in the University of Cape Coast.
Right.
And so copies are available on campus.
Okay.
Through myself and then other
Agents.
friends and agents
Okay.
who have willingly decided to help propagate the gospel.
Interesting.
Because they have seen the value it can give to the students.
Right.
And so I can be contacted.
Okay, what's
Also,
your number?
054 10 41 500.
Mention that again.
054 10 41 500.
Interesting. And so you can just reach out to Charles He's at the UCC campus, and he also has some other colleagues that are also helping him to sell the book. So it's just 054 1041 500, and so you can get it. And that's really exciting. And where else can they also pick it up?
Currently, we also have sales points on the University of Energy and Natural Resource.
Interesting.
Yes, and so if
that's in Sunyani, right? Oh, yeah.
Yes, please, that's in Sunyani.
Yeah.
But here we are looking at the Doma campus. They have an outskirts campus
interesting.
in Doma.
I see.
And then we also have copies available in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Oh.
And then we have copies also available in St. John Bosco's College of Education.
Wow.
And so as time goes on,
right,
we are spreading our tentacles.
Right.
All the available.
Interesting. Campuses. How do I become an agent of your book? I mean, how do I sell for you as well in Accra or on Heritage University campus? And yeah, all my connections. How do I also become an agent? What does it take to become an agent of Charles Atumowe's book, groundbreaking book? Yeah.
Well, it takes an attitude to serve,
right,
and then a willingness to impact knowledge.
I see.
And so once those two boxes are checked,
yeah,
then of course anybody at all can help to propagate the gospel and to advertise on various campuses.
Right. That's nice. Thank you very much. Is there any final stuff you would love to say before we wrap up?
Yes, my final words will be to all the tertiary students in Ghana. I would say that one of the advantages or the greatest enemy of mankind as students is ignorance. And you know, as a student of the Bible, Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Once we pass through the way, we must know the truth. And the truth has to do with a certain body of knowledge. And so as tertiary students, as young individuals, we should pursue knowledge. For knowledge is a lift that can lift us to wherever that we want to go.
Yes. Great. So we'll have some part 2 sometime to come, on a different subject, especially this mathematics subject. We may talk about it a little bit more. And so thank you very much, Charles, for being our guest today. And as I said, this book is really handy and you need to grab a copy. You didn't mention the price.
Yes, the price goes for 30 Ghana cedis.
That's very cheap. I mean, these days, 30 cedis is like lunch. That is your lunch, and it's just, this is a wealth of information that can help you to be able to succeed and do so well with your life after graduation. So if you're a student, do you do delivery as well?
Yes, please.
I really? Okay. So when they contact you, you will now tell them how to deliver. Yes. That's exciting. And so you can get in touch with him and you can get copies of the book 054 1041 500 1041 500. So Charles Atumowe, thank you.
Finally, let me say that, like the wise people always say, they say gratitude is the only attitude that takes a man to the highest altitude.
Hey.
So I would like to show my uttermost gratitude to the Conrado show and then to all the crew behind the scenes, making all the magic happen.
Right.
Thank you so much for inspiring us and for being a beacon of light to some of us.
Oh, our heads are sweet. I know my producer Philip will be there smiling. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for being our audience for today. This has been the Conrado Show, brought to you by the Conrado Group and Heritage Christian University College. Thank you so much for your time. We wish you all the best. Bye for now.